That's really cool. I'm so happy that draining the fountain once was really all we needed to do. We need to go out and get our room for the day. We've seen so many extra rooms on this end. It's crazy. Can the game just start me here instead of making me turn around? Tool shed is 2 special items, which I think I did, which was worthwhile. The schoolhouse. Is that worth it? 8 classrooms? What am I going to do with that? It's a room we haven't done. Why is there a schoolhouse? Hello? That was needed. Holy cow. Draft every new room. Every new room. Do it. If you haven't seen it before. Herbie. A schoolhouse for... Because this was a family home. Why would we have a school? Closing address. For the last 38 years, it's been my pleasure of serving as your schoolmaster in this humble little facility. As meager as it may look by modern standards, I think most of us who spend our afternoons here will readily admit we are reluctant to see the small piece of Reddington history go. I first wish to thank Lady Espen, our most gracious host today, for not only paying attention in my classes those many years ago, but for all the fundraising she's done on behalf of our community and our children. Without her, Reddington Elementary would still be a distant, blurry vision, a vision I dared not even dream. That dreamer is, of course, the incomparable Mrs. Peterson, our future principal and my reluctant successor, who I might add, forced me to give this speech, so I think I'll end my praise of her there, though she deserves much more, I'll admit. To the architect of our new school, the Baron Sinclair, thank you for following in your father's footsteps and building Reddington yet another school, and for allowing the use of your own private residence and floor plans to serve as our interim facility until the new campus is completed in March, a decision I'm certain he will immediately regret tomorrow morning when he hears the children running through his halls. And lastly, I wish to thank all my students, many of you here today, whom I have not seen in years, whose faces I still remember as young and manners wild, those here whose parents before them I've also taught and whose children I may yet. Without you, I would have had a lifetime of quiet peace, and yet what is all the peace in the world if you have no one to bestow demerits upon? Thank you all sincerely. My time here has meant the world to me, and if I am still standing in 8 months, I will see you all at the slightly less melancholic ribbon-cutting ceremony next year. Better joke to end. Remember to give Mrs. Peterson her gift. Speech notes. Well, that answers my question. Your school books are still here, though. Why is that? Huh. Okay. Interesting. We allowed a new school. She's always referred to as Lady Espen. I assume she was his wife, but she doesn't seem to have taken her name, his name. Why was that letter in her room? Where Daniel was upset. Did she agree? I think we are due for a book. No? Aren't we due for a book? The last one. The last one. Oh my god. I can't draft the rotundra. Can rotate. Hello. You will start with one key for each clock room you draft today. Each tomorrow room. Yeah, okay. Interesting. Oh, hello. Please don't hit me. That's a little scary. This is like the years in the den. Ooh, clock room has a black rook. Right? It's the clock room. Clock tower. Clock tower. Black rook. You have pipes. A swan? That clock isn't moving. Stopwatch. For the next 1 minute, you will not lose steps when entering rooms. Keys when opening doors. If this is this a literal 1 minute? And I'm gonna lose it because I'm reading this thing. Okay. Alright. I'm gonna run! I'm gonna run. 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 I don't like... Why wasn't that clock moving? Now, do I still need the gems? Oh god. Courtyard, gem requirement, go. Classroom, gem requirement, go. Observatory needs a gem requirement. Yeah, that's fine, go. That's fine, I can lose the steps. Oh, look, your books are, there's another globe. Globe in the classroom, except that one doesn't spin. Color worksheet. Fill each object below in its correct color. My favorite color is red, apparently. Oh, it's got the... Okay. Okay. But what does that mean? Favorite color is how many are filled in. Because hers would be purple. I think the lizard's red. Some of that is in the blueprint would be blue. Broccoli is green. Fire hydrant's always red. Pumpkin is orange. You're red. You're purple. Grapes are purple. I guess lizard is green? Yellow. Blue. I'm not sure what the down triangle is. Or what the crown... I think the crown might be red. But if we're following, like, the Red Prince book... Colors. What are you doing to me, game? You're doing something to me. I don't understand what it is. Caleb, you must really like red. 2 out of 12? My favorite color is red. Caleb. Where did you see that name? Caleb Manning. Mary's mentor? Children of Blackwater. Group. Grade 1. What are you doing, game? Why is 8 an infinity symbol? Classroom puzzle. Can you find the difference? Yeah. Benny. Each color is only used twice. So the lizard is green. Okay. Does this globe spin? No. But there is globe in the classroom. And that looks like the one that's in the... That's in the observatory, which is right next door to us. RJ. Favorite color is red. So he used it twice, but got them wrong. Purple and orange, maybe? Yep, I know that one's not green. It's gotta be purple because of the ladies. 9 out of 12. So, okay. Okay. So there's a way to properly fill that sheet in. And it's important, somehow. Just not sure how yet. This globe. Alright, is that... Yeah, it's literally the observatory next room. We're 12, we don't want to do that today. Was it? No, this one. Literally the same globe. Just smaller. So there's that. Do I have to get it like tilted the same way? Does it even matter? Why would it matter? Because the tilt is more like here. It's not tilted the same way. That's the problem. How do I know if it's lined up correctly? Maybe there. But I'm like, I don't know. What would figuring out... You've got a red flag in this room. How the heck? I don't know. I mean, it's obviously pointing us towards something specific, but I just don't understand what it's trying to point us to. I'll read the swan thing, whatever it was, later. Sledgehammer! Break this wall! That's what I want to do with the sledgehammer. Alright. Only going this way. No. This way. The den is nice, the drawing room is nice. I will lose my gems. The den will gain me a gem. I'm gonna need gems for rooms, so... Sometimes there's a chest in here, but it don't look like it. Okay. Corner of my eye that looked extremely different. That'll get more gems. I don't have coins for the commissary, so... Box is not blue, so you're false. Every statement with the word blue is false. Which means you are also false. The black box and blue box are empty. So it's in here. The chapel. Not my favorite. But I don't have money, so maybe it'll give me money this time. Sometimes it takes pity on me. It did not. The office. Ooh, security would be better. That'll give us multiple ways to go. Excellent. Keycard system. We're gonna set it to high. And we're gonna change offline mode to unlocked. Back. State inventory. That's not what you wanted. That's not what you wanted either. Log into the network. Last password. That's not the button. I'm sorry. Get my left and my right mixed up. Alright. I should have... Ooh, stop recording. Kirk, per our last meeting, effectively immediately, please suspend all security camera recordings. Live surveillance has been approved, but the Baron no longer wishes to have tape logs of activity on the estate. I know this might seem like a security risk. I promise good reasoning is behind this seemingly unsound decision. Randolph Moore. To Kirk Darren. Mr. Darren, sorry for the lagging reply. I'm still learning how to use this machine. Thanks for bringing the issue to our attention. This was not something I had considered, but it does seem like a reasonable suggestion. I will discuss it with the Baron during our next meeting. I know he has expressed interest in installing secondary access levers for both redundancy and convenience, so this may be a perfect excuse to allow him to execute those plans should he wish to do so. So does that mean the east and the west, we only need one lever? Mrs. Babbage, I'd like to address one potential security vulnerability of having an antechamber lever in the weight room. There's a lever in the weight room? As the years have gone by, the Baron's frequency of working out in this room has gone from once in a red moon to as rare as a man without self-pity. As such, we find this room mostly regulated to guest use, and given that the antechamber lever is not only unsuited but also poses a security risk, I advise we either remove or conceal it and install a secondary lever to the south entrance to control this. Okay, so the weight room might have a lever in it. If you have any more of those red and blue memo sheets, the Baron has requested a handful of each for a new project he's working on in the clock tower. For my part, I can't understand why you and the Baron continually insist on confounding my staff and every other person who stumbles upon one of your colored memos. I'm not confident. Confusion is the best security. It's not my department. I'll leave that up to you and the Baron. Okay. I didn't see any notes in the clock tower, but I also ran out of there really fast. Hold on. Return to network menu. I mean, we may draft the other ones. Let's go down before we do anything else. Freaking dark room. Fine. It'll be a surprise. Oh, hello. What you got for me today? Sleeping mask, shovel, and metal detector. I have no money. No money today. Okay. I know where to find you. Should I get money? Alright. Definitely not what I wanted. I don't have any keys. I'm gonna need that locksmith. No, I don't have any money, so it doesn't freaking matter. Do you have a shovel in there? Or a lever? Another window. So the weight room could have a lever concealed somewhere. Or it was completely removed. Fine. Locked. Of course you are. Let's see if we can fix that. Don't be locked. The office. The hallway is better. Actually, not really. I was like, do I not have the gems for the office? This is why I didn't want to remote in. Spread gold in the estate. Log into the network. Left. Right. There we go. Next week. Sir, you've not left me any instructions for the following week. You know how much I hate leaving critical plans up until the last minute. As soon as you decide on definitive plans for the holidays, please pass a message on to me. Either through Hartley, who's valeting for you this weekend, or if you absolutely insist, through this confounded electronic typewriter. November. Did we read these already? Gabe, yes, that is the correct functionality. Oh yeah. Thank you for the due diligence on this project. We got that one. Did I read these already? Changes to the estate. I want to let you know the changes you requested to your will have been implemented and notarized if your premonition should ever bear fruit. Yeah, we read this. Okay, we read these in the office. Okay, yep. Okay, we read them in here. So where did we not read them? Part of me's just like, don't worry about it right now. Alright, so I have no more gems and no keys for anything. What is with the hands? Don't be locked. Thank you. Nook's gonna go up. Now I need to go down. Thank you. There we go. If I go up, it's gonna require keys. What was the room that we drafted? The schoolhouse. Okay. Where's my classrooms? Where's these classrooms I'm supposed to have? I cannot do the boiler. And I'm screwed. Actually... no, I can't do the boiler. I can't do anything. Nook will give me some keys, which is what I need. I was like, I could deal with the boiler, I guess. I only have 4 money, and that's usually not enough to buy anything in the commissary. I still have no idea how to open that. Just don't spread gold in the estate. In a number of rooms currently active. Turn to main menu. Exit. So ideally, there's extra coins somewhere. Yes. That is helpful. Courtyard? Have coins somewhere? Yes, you do. Wonderful. So everything around me should have coins, is what you're saying. Theoretically. Maybe not. Where am I going? Remind me where I'm going? The office. Oh, I went too far. Oh yeah, the courtyard shouldn't... okay. I went too far. Let's go into the parlor. you have coins for me? Nope. Chapel's gonna steal my coins, because that's what it does. Did you get any coins? No, you did not. Security room. Dark room might have coins in here. Who knows? I could buy a metal detector. Purchased. Will this help me find anything in the dark? I literally think it's impossible to find anything in the dark room as long as the lights are off. Got 2 keys. Let's try an experiment. Last password. The office is online. Connect to the lab. So what did I do in the grotto? Experiment setup. What we got for me? When you draft a red room, lose 5 steps, and then whenever you draft a shop room, gain a key, a gem, or gold selected randomly. Add a small chest to the entrance hall. While drafting, if you draw a drawing room floor plan, gain 3 gold for each red room in your house. Let's try that. We've done 1 shop room. Oh, I don't have a gem. And I'm screwed if I don't get a doorway. What the hell was unlocked? Oh, the chapel was locked. And then I locked it off. That's what happened. So I have the sledgehammer and the metal detector. Okay, this is pointing down. The office is pointing to the right. Did we see a third hand somewhere, or am I losing my mind? I may be losing my mind. Can't do it. Hallway. Is this doors? You know what? If this ends the run, it ends the run. Hi. Oh, coins. There's a hand pointing up in the Hall of Mirrors. Chamber of Mirrors, hand pointing up. There's my list of things. What did the hands friggin' mean? I don't think I've made a specific list for hands. I think I just started one. I'm gonna put you over here. Hands. What is this? Chamber of Mirrors? Pointing up. The office has one and the bedroom has one. Pointing left. And then the bedroom, is it the guest bedroom? No, just flat out bedroom. Bedroom, pointing down. Why that matters, I don't know. I think this is a dead end. Meh. Okay, so I could get to other doors, but I can't because I have to connect them first, it seems. You got money. Why do you... They're all the same room. They're all a copy of the same room. So the only one I can get to is over here, but I'd have to connect to it on the other side. Interesting. Well, I don't see any notes that I need. This is a weird friggin' room. Alright. Well, we did it. Cool. I can go up to the clock tower then. Let's just do that. So I was like, don't do it because everything you do doesn't matter. Every time you get it, it doesn't matter. What? You got a gem. In here? In what? Where? Oh. Not that's gonna help me. Why bother picking it up? Are the swans Marion? Like, swan's song is supposed to denote the last, like, your last great hurrah before you die, but I think we saw her wearing one. Why does that look weird to me? We saw her wearing a swan necklace. Where? Thank you. No. Thank you. Don't change my book order. Maybe I need to take note of rooms that have swans in them. Which is definitely the den. Clock tower. This kind of looks like the one in the den. And these, whoa, these clocks work. But this one does not. What is up with that? Southward I see a swan, ashen like sands of the shore, carried by westwardly winds, rogue like the moon of the north. Eastward I see a crow, darker the days coming forth. Why is this clock stuck? Oh, it's gear. It's not attached. And I don't think I'm supposed to fix it. These all work. I mean, he said there were memos for the clock tower if they wanted, and there's no memos in here. It's weird that this has pipes. It looks like one of the gas pipes, but maybe there's memos. Wait, is that what the clock is stuck on? Maybe if I tilt my head the other way? No, it would be if it was mirrored. Maybe that way? No. No. Why? Alright, I have a metal detector and a sledgehammer and nothing to do with it. I got one classroom. We got something out of that. I don't know what. But I think we're done. Because I don't know what else to do. I don't know what time it is. An east-facing cottage. Interesting. Am I saving and continuing or saving and quitting? What am I doing? It's 9:30. If I get stuck in an hour-long run, I'm going to be upset. But I want to play again. How do we find a basement key? We haven't read the notes in the lab. Whatever mail the lab has. Oh. Oh, we need our rumor of the day. I'm gonna forget. Oh, we permanently start with a key. Oh, that's right, because the clock tower. I don't think it's permanent. Right, you get one for each tomorrow room that you draft, and I only drafted that one. That's fine. Were we in the hovel? Special floor plans now cost steps. Step gems. Said I gotta look. I gotta try them all. I gotta see what's here. Oh. Wow. Hello. To think I almost went with the root cellar. Is something gonna happen to this? Ooh. We may need a special key to activate that. Why is there a gas line in the hovel? Notice of termite. Mr. Ravane, this is the guy. Your half-hearted dedication and maintenance of the grounds have been greatly appreciated. However, I regret to inform you that your service as groundkeeper at Mount Holly will no longer be required. Hello, sinister music. Effective immediately. This decision has been made after careful consideration and is based upon repeated observations and documented instances of neglect in the performance of your duties. The state of the green rooms in particular has deteriorated significantly over the last few months, which reflects poorly on the rest of the staff. You are required to vacate the hovel by the 20th of March, ensuring all tools and equipment belonging to the state are returned to the tool shed in good condition. Your final wages will be settled promptly upon completion of these instructions. We thank you for your time and service. Wish you the best. Why was he living in the hovel? Terminated March 20th, just in case that date matters. Like, everybody else has I mean, maybe he wanted to live out here. Like, he could have chosen this lifestyle. I don't know, but it just seems like maybe he's more isolationist or just more woodsy, wants to live off the land. I don't, maybe that's why he was hired to attend to the greenery. I don't know. But that seems weird that everybody else lives in the manor and he was shoved out there. Again, maybe it was a choice. I don't know. Holy frick, always draft the rooms you've never drafted before. I think we need a key. Ah, that symbol. Well, that symbol's everywhere. Holy crap, this game. I didn't think it was gonna work. Oh my god, where am I going? A precipice? Oh, is this the thing that was near the waterfall that we saw? This stuff? And I was like, oh, how the hell do we get there? Scripts and Runford Mining Company excavation department. Foreman's log number 3 is our client Thomas Sinclair suspected the arches that were visible from the south cliff were part of a much longer arcade carved in the rock face. Last week when our crew first arrived, only 2 supporting pillars were visible, But after only a few days of clearing vines, moss, and dirt, we have uncovered a dozen more. Our exploration so far has been limited and entirely superficial, as every shaft we have surveyed has ended abruptly, and every promising path leading deeper into the mountain has been blocked by tunnels packed tight with soil, rock, and debris. The site is either much older than we had first assumed, or someone deliberately had these chambers buried. That's not ominous. Music's not ominous. So Thomas Sinclair, not even the late Sinclair. Saw these. So these are ancient. Oh my god. It's the chess puzzle. And it matches. These are white pieces. Do I have to match these with whatever the floor is today? Who has the white king? I should have written that down. I think I might have mistaken them for the queen. Because I think the rooms change. Alright, hold on. Where's my chess puzzle? I need a white pawn, knight, bishop. Pawn, knight, bishop, queen, king, and rook. I think we need her ladyship's quarters for at least one of those. That's clearly been sealed. Progress completely blocked off. Sigils of the Past by Professor R. Willard. Foreman's copy, do not remove from sight. Robert Birds and Sons, 1905. Either of natural, resulting from the creations of, accustomed to record various signs with the aid of. They did this in order that the blank of their realm might not be understood by strangers. Historically speaking, sigils are not a new tradition. They have been found in every era and every culture and predate both written text and heraldic arts. However, today when we use the term sigil, we are referring specifically to realm sigils, those crude circular marks designation found on royal artifacts, buildings, and older documents. This book was written to make simple the understanding of these fascinating glyphs and to clearly display the correlation between each sigil and the iconography of the realm's royal art. How is the image of a leafless burning tree seen in geometric lines, and what does that tell us of a kingdom's history? Each line, each circle, and each variation tells the story of the land. Even the adorned borders around the sigils have special meaning. To understand a realm sigil, we must first dismantle the symbol and identify the individual elements that make up the whole. Each sigil is composed of four things: the core, the dividing lines, which are raised, the moats, and the border. Are you serious? At the center of each symbol is a unique shape, different for each realm. If the core gives us a name, then the rest of the sigil tells us the history behind the name. Still, it's important to be able to identify and distinguish the core as a first step in deciphering any sigil, as all the other parts are meaningless if we don't first know the place we are describing. Orinda. Lady, what's her name? Espen? That's an R. I know that one's Orinda. But that E in that hourglass is what's on her diary. The core will come, splitting the sigil, a different number style. The difference in these reveals several things. Counting the rays will reveal transportation, ships, or have expansive. Where are we going to find the rest of these pages? Ship routes, rays, carriages, look like a map, trails, horse galloping, locomotion, realms that rely, back-based travel. Wavy lines are used to indicate extreme heat, scorched air and blazing sun, cause otherwise straight rays to appear shimmering. A rainy realm is indicated with rays of 3 vertical lines pouring down. For more extreme stormy weather, jagged lightning-shaped ray is used. A ray dotted with falling circles is used for colder realms in which snow is common. A windy realm is displayed on sigils by the use of bent curved lines, rays buckling under the high winds. Moats. On each sigil, floating between the rays, are small figures called moats. From the shape and style of the moats used on a sigil, we can tell the type of society a given realm proclaimed if they considered themselves mighty in arms or blessed by artistic and economic fortune. Tribal, a primitive realm. Hunter-gatherers, agricultural, harvest and farming. Martial, military, generation spanning. Metropolitan, large city-state with defense. Academic, center for knowledge. Industrial, engineering-driven culture with a focus on manufacturing. Spiritual, elevated reverence for nature, animals, the forces that guide us, and poetic. Strong forces on the advancement of the arts, writing, music, and language. So, was that a sigil we saw down in the tomb? Around each sigil is an adorned edge, serving as a container for the information within. There are 8 different borders, each one corresponding to a different color. These borders always correspond to the banner and national colors. Putting it all together, studying the core rays, moats, and border of a sigil, red banners, martial fog. Should now be able to unlock the meaning behind what had previously been an undecipherable enigma. Martial fog. Red. Marshall. Don't know what. They crossed off red, but that's what that is. It's red. Why would you cross it off? That's red. Fog is weird. Oh, we're missing a thing. We don't know what the middle is. Oh, wasn't there? I'd have to look back. I think there might be something in Reddington with an F. In that book we read with Reddington. Alright. I don't know what we found. We found something. I think I would have to lay out the rooms and then place the chess pieces on the board matching those rooms. This is weird. Like, this is ancient. There's that symbol. So when I next go through this, I need to write the symbols down in my journal. Just trying to let all that sink into my brain. I'm gonna break you down someday. Yeah, that has implications beyond just the family story. That puts this just in ancient tethers. What do we open? The hovel. We're not going to deal with gems. Okay, I'm not sure how to start this house run now. Hallway would give me some options. I'll take it. My brain is like, what? Laboratory. Hey, I think I want you. Because... yeah, we can go ahead. Each time you eat an apple, permanently add a gold to your allowance. Each bedroom you draft, each 3 times you open. Each time you eat an apple. If you find a kitchen and enough money, or is a bedroom better? Bedrooms are usually dead ends. This might be the wrong call. I want the queen, right? Lock it down? Lock it all down? Holy shite. Baron Sinclair, as we discussed in our meeting earlier this week, we'll be sealing off the entrance to the Blackbridge server this week, as well as archiving all our electronic mailboxes and locking access. I'm not sure how tech-savvy we expect the Red Guard to be, but there's more than enough data on our servers that these extra precautions are, in my opinion, the very minimum measures we should be considering. Given the likelihood of an investigation next month... August 27th. When did Marion disappear? She disappeared February 1987. Yeah, so the same year, but February. So that's 6 months later. The Red Guard? He said, lock it friggin' down. Chef, don't worry too much about freezer access. The experiments we're doing aren't very sensitive, and they're already accounting for normal variations due to expected use and staff traffic. However, surprisingly, we did see a major temperature rise on Friday, which I believe may be related not to your freezer visit, but to the use of furnace in close proximity. In the future, you should try to draft that a bit further away, as the temperature rise from drafting that room has a major effect on temperature in the house, even more so in rooms with close proximity to it. That's why when we drafted the furnace, it had all those wavy lines. What else would that heat affect than the freezer? Because that's implying... As I know you've been conducting temperature-related experiments this past week, I've tried my best to avoid accessing my frozen stock during your normal working hours. However, on Friday I was making my famous black truffle pizza and had to visit the freezer for a few ingredients. Hope I didn't mess anything up. Time lock safe. Remind me what this is? Oh, right. I haven't been able to draft it back. Radiation. Okay, right. So it won't initiate. I'll have to come back and look at it. Actually, I think the measurement was, yeah, like meh. I don't know how many experiments we have to run. 0.07. I wonder if the furnace contributes to that at all. I mean, it's not radiation, but does the heat make certain things sensitive? The courtyard. See, bedroom will get me in a permanent allowance, but I also need rooms. Step requirement. It's fine. Cool with this. Metal detector. If I find gems and I get the laundry room, I can convert them. See, this would be good to have the, it's fine. Don't necessarily want to do anything over there as of yet. Okay, good. It's like the drawing room. Oh, the weight room. Was it the weight room? Lose half your steps. Son of a frick. Was it the weight room that was supposed to have a lever in it? Or was it... Because there's another room. It's not the weight room. It's the one that you only lose 2 for going into. The gym. I think it was the weight room. I hate you so much. This is a brick wall. Is the lever in here? That's another brick wall. That almost looks like there's a hole in that brick wall. Okay. I'm gonna need more steps, please. Archives, no one likes you. I certainly don't. Take the nook, thank you. Okay. That lamp looked like the battery pack to me. Is that what you were beeping about? Keys? The observatory. That doesn't help me with, yeah, doorways. As much as I love you, I need doors. Okay, there's a white pawn. I haven't been paying attention to the chess puzzle. Frick. We have the security room. Was the security room a white knight? Okay, we have a white pawn. We've got plenty of white pawns. The bishop is the, bishop's the chapel, which we don't have. I don't think we have what we need for, Alright, so you could draft this bedroom, that gives you another door. That at least I get a permanent allowance, or at least I should, because I drafted a bedroom. But it didn't say that my experiment worked. Well, that worries me. Everything's going to go to a wall. That'll go up, but it's a waste of doors. I still have 2 doors. I'll lose 3 steps. For each bedroom you draft after your second. Oh. Oh shoot, I should have done each time I eat an apple. I wasn't paying attention. Okay. Hate you. I could have sworn it was the weight room. Boiler room connects to the weight room. No one likes you. You'd be cool if I drafted the freezer immediately after. Closet. Chapel. Why am I getting red rooms all of a sudden? Take the closet. I can redraw floor plans. What are you doing? Compass always points north. Yep. Give me. I'd like the trading post, please. What's our room? The hovel. Don't like the compass. I don't think it works the way that it thinks it does. As much as I would love to do the bedroom, that would totally screw me over. I want the green room, to be perfectly honest, but... Oh, that doesn't help me. Okay, that does kind of help me. Alright, fine. Yes, I know. What? Oh, thank you. We have the bishop now. Chapel's the bishop. Security. Don't we have another white knight? That's a black rook. That's a black bishop. The observatory also works as a white knight. Office has a bishop. So who? I don't know that we found the white king. Walk-in closet. That would be the end of my run. You have to be unlocked. And then I could go down to the courtyard. It's a bit of a ways. There's a secret lever in here. I don't know where it would be. Or how I would find it. You kind of look like a lever. I know you're a weight thing, but I know I wasted my steps. It's fine. It's fine. I accept this. I'm gonna lose all of my steps. Commissary's items. Hey! Sometimes you have something for me. You went off. Oh, there's a coin. That's all you have for me. Thanks, I guess. That'll get me 10 extra steps and help with my allowance, which I kind of need. Food for sale would help. But I have to go backwards. I mean, that's 7 steps that I will lose going backwards. I mean, I have 7 now. I'm gonna do it. Your allowance has been raised. Yay, I have an allowance. A gem. Is there a chest piece in here? No. And we lose a step. And we lose more steps. Go straight across and up. You don't have chess piece? You have a pawn. Okay. You're a bishop. It's fine. Whatever. The aquarium. I do like you. The boudoir. I mean, yeah, I do want it. I would get... My allowance goes up. And I get 2 rerolls in case something absolutely sucks. So, we should do that. Don't you have a chess piece? You should have one. This is her ladyship's. Is the chest permanently? You're not permanently open? Really? That surprises me. Oh, there's a reason to keep looking. Just in case, like, the game didn't save. There's a reason to open the safe, because there may be items in there. You don't have a chest piece. Interesting. Okay. I mean, if nothing else, our goal this run is to, get bedrooms. I don't think there's a bedroom that curves, though. Or that won't dead end us at this point. I'm gonna run out of... I should have pressed for the kitchen. I was like, this is fine. We didn't even think about... Hey, you're gonna run out of steps soon. Use a key. It's fine. Alright, we need something like the kitchen. The commissary. I need food. I need something that's gonna get me steps, not take them. The showroom's amazing, but... Ooh, Jesus. 6 steps requirements. Parlor to get me gems, but I can't use them. The office isn't gonna be helpful. The pool is nice. East Hall? Book. Let's go for book. We're gonna run out of steps very soon. Coupon book. The History of Orinda, 2nd edition. Von Margle. Mary Jones, our mom checked this out. And Herbert Sinclair. This book was reviewed and cleared for publication by Fen Ares, Central Board of Education. Fen Ares might be the other symbol. It's been edited to conform to our department's standards, including the omission of sections deemed inaccurate or unsuitable for public dissemination. Caleb Manning. Wait. Caleb Manning? Mary's mentor. Caleb wrote this, and they censored it. 2nd edition. So what's 1st edition? Oh my good lord. The name used to designate the realms. If I have a magnifying glass, I might be able to read this, because I can tell there's some letters under that blackout. The name used to designate the realms of the Eastern Waters is no longer known to the average citizen of the elder generation. We must permit our leaders to enjoin us to abandon our past. Most historians mark the beginning of the first era, often noted as a Gera, by the ascension of the first king, whose name, Oris, would later grace the burgeoning township in which he was crowned. Oris was known before his coronation as a prominent merchant lord of considerable means and affluence, whose sway in the region made him the ideal candidate for the unification of the surrounding provinces. Regrettably, history is not always forthcoming, and surviving records of those bygone days are mostly limited to trade agreements and sales receipts. Nevertheless, we can deduce from these ledgers that Oris had one aim: expansion. The territory spread forth from the heart of Oris by the end of the 1st century. A new kingdom was born. Second era. It was the 4th king who split this vast domain in 3 equal shares, 3 realms for his 3 children. To the eldest he granted the fields and mountains of his great-grandfather, the middle province, the heartspring of the kingdom. The eldest accepted the gift. To the youngest he bestowed upon him the realm of Arch Ares, the land of the northern storms, a wild and untamed expanse which at the time was not as developed but a good deal more vast than the eldest brother's lot. And to his middle child, his only daughter, he gifted her the southern region of Eraja. That was one of the symbols, because it was ER. That's the hourglass. Eraja. Arch Ares and Orinda. Just gonna mark this down. Orinda. Arch Ares. A land steeped in tradition. Jeez Louise. They crossed one of the symbols off. Okay, so there's... One of them is what we saw on the thing. This is a mountain. Or a crown, whatever the heck it is. As the second era drew to a close, the 3 sovereign realms had achieved a period of remarkable progress and prosperity. Each of these distinct regions, ruled by their respective sibling monarchs, had blossomed, cultivating the bountiful resources of their lands and developing a unique character and culture that set them apart from one another. Despite those differences, the sibling monarchs managed to maintain friendly relations throughout their lives and were known for their cooperation in matters of trade and transportation. The succeeding generations of their heirs continued that tradition, and the 3rd era was defined by commerce between the 3 realms, further strengthening their bond and laying the foundation for the promise of a prosperous and bright future. He crossed out that symbol. I bet you, now that we have this book, I can figure out what all of them are. What's with the pages? I'm sorry. What am I supposed to do with that? Show letter. Baron Sinclair. Excuse me. Thank you so much for your cooperation with our department in this investigation. We know our presence is never convenient, especially for someone of your social status. So it means all the more that you are not only tolerant, but also willing to aid our efforts in getting this business done as quickly as possible. We are returning with this letter the book you lent us, though I must confess it was not as much help as I'd hoped. I'd heard your library of rare and restricted books was quite extensive. I was told by a reliable source that if a first edition and uncensored copy of the history of Orinda could be found, it would likely be found within the Baron's own collection, but perhaps I was misinformed. Part of me thinks you may have given me the censored copy as a jest, a taste, if you will, for the bureaucrat of their own medicine. If that is the case, then I shall say well done, fair play, and perhaps on my next visit we'll have a laugh about this affair. We'll have a laugh about this after you've given me the actual manuscript. Until then. So they're saying the original's in here somewhere. As the kingdom entered the 4th era, a different kind of ruler took the reins of power. King Desolates III was a king who was often seen drinking, a sight that shocked not only the gentry in the court, but the masses as well. Desolates was renowned as king of no one when he made the decision to move castle and court behind. People were overjoyed by this choice, and those that viewed the king's conduct to be unbecoming of his common folk. These voices planted the seed which took root in grand city of Fen. After the passing of King Deslitz III, the fourth era came to an abrupt end. Thankfully, the king died. On the very next day, the 6th of October, the prince, Liara, son of Fen, declared himself the true monarch. Put Fen down as a possible. This declaration was bolstered by a number of supporters due to the fact that Deslitz IV shared little of his virtues. As the prospect of civil war seemed inevitable, the realm's regiments were hastily recalled from the frontiers to stomp out and put an end to the Fensurrection. However, instead of restoring order, what ensued was a savage and merciless campaign against their own people. The gardens of Fen, once the center of splendor, were transformed into a battlefield as the cries of the innocent echoed through the city streets stained in red. The brutality of the pacification of Fen did not go unnoticed by neighbors. As sympathy for the city surged, allies came forward to lend support. Among them was the general of the Northern Regiment, who, sickened by the barbaric actions of the other Belicians, joined forces with Prince Learson to form a formidable army. Together they leveraged their political influence and favors to persuade the nearby realms of Arch Ares and Nuance to join their cause. However, even with the tide turning in their favor, victory did not come easy. The War of the Fifth Era lasted 22 long years, saw buried one in every 3 men. Prince Learson himself added another number to the casualties. However, even in death he had won. Horus had fallen, and with it the realm. The black flags that had flown for 5 eras were burned, and in their place red banners were hoisted in honor of the fallen of Fen. The remaining members of the former royal family fled in fear of their lives to the south, forever exiled. Fen. Black flags that flown for 5 eras. But those were the previous kings. Red was flown in honor of Fen. The Red Guard. So is this to make Fen... This is to make, what, the Black Era look bad? The history of Arinda. The Fen Ares Central Board of Education is red. Okay. Okay. And these 3 are black? Trying to figure out where specifically the king was, the black banners were from, but not. Fen is red. Huh. Hello, politics. You've entered my video game. Today, the realms inherited by the 3 Fen Ares, Arch Ares, and Araja once again stand united as allies. Though the distance between our peoples has grown, our connection to this land remains as strong as ever. The spruce and birch that span across our realms serve as a constant reminder that we all share a common past. For this, despite everything else, a land rich in history, a land of myth and wonder, a land that sprung forth the greatest empire the world has ever seen, the land of our fathers and our mothers and of our children. So where do I find the real book? Probably not in the library. Probably somewhere else. Or I request it again and something happens. No, not drafting the Chamber of Mirrors again. That was a mistake. I can't draft any trophy room? Can I use gems, please? I have 6 of them. There's gotta be something awesome in there. You got anything for me? Ooh. It's 3 steps. As soon as I walk in there, I'm dead. It's like I can convert gems. It don't matter. See if I can find a bedroom at this point. Keycard. Okay. What are you beeping at me for? What? Where? On the floor. Thank you. It's fine. I can go back to the security room. There we go. Hello, kitchen. I'm dead if I draft you now. There's no point in the mailroom. Dark room. Let's hope for a bedroom. At this point. Yep. I know. Go ahead. Can I get a bedroom? Not a bedroom. How about now? The furnace. Okay. Well, I'm gonna walk into here. Because I want to pick things up. It'll make me feel happy. And I died. Well, we learned stuff. And my voice is tired. So, there's the moon. We learned some stuff. Wow. An ordinary villa. Okay. Save and quit. Wow.